Long before the Nintendo 3DS was even conceived, Nintendo dabbled in the realm of 3D gaming with the Virtual Boy. According to newspapers, Nintendo invested a modest amount in acquiring the exclusive rights to the technology that powered the device, since the company had great aspirations for the platform. However, looking back over its history, we can see that the Virtual Boy was hardly the company's shining moment. Thus, keep watching to find out what happened. When Gunpei Yokoi, a former leader in Nintendo's internal R&D 1 branch, first envisioned the Virtual Boy, he envisaged a little headset that you could strap on and play anywhere. However, when he held it in his hands, he discovered that it was much bigger and heavier than he had anticipated. The Virtual Boy went from being an idealistic pair of lightweight goggles to being a hefty headgear in a very short amount of time. To reduce the amount of electromagnetic field radiation that may potentially reach players' heads, the console needed to be weighted down with metal plates. Nintendo designed a stand for the Virtual Boy in order to counteract the weight of the device. According to Tech Times, the final design of the console included a key flaw. In order to play, users were required to lean forward, which resulted in discomfort in the neck. To make things even worse, the Virtual Boy's screen could only display a restricted color palette consisting of red and black. Also, the hues, in conjunction with the 3D impression, led to discomfort in the eyes. Warnings were provided by Nintendo for legal reasons, stating that the Virtual Boy may cause users to experience headaches, nausea, and seizures. This did not come as a surprise to Sega's competitors in the manufacturing industry, since the technology that was used in the Virtual Boy was shown to a number of firms. Every company, with the exception of Nintendo, decided against investing in 3D technology, since it caused children to get nauseated and lose their equilibrium. The majority of Nintendo systems have been released with a robust selection of game titles. Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt were included in the box with Nintendo Entertainment Systems, and each game was successful in selling players on their own platforms. But unfortunately, the Virtual Boy is the one and only exception to this rule. The game catalog for the Virtual Boy was severely limited before the machine was ever made available to the public. Former Nintendo president Hiroshi Omachi gave direct instructions to current Nintendo president Tatsumi Yokoi to de-emphasize Mario on the Virtual Boy, because Nintendo intended to make a huge splash with Mario's first appearance in 3D on the Nintendo 64. Even if Mario hadn't existed, the Virtual Boy might have had a fantastic launch with games, but each game missed one key ingredient: Shigeru Miyamoto. The guy was too preoccupied with his work on the Nintendo 64 to be of any use to the team developing excellent games for the Virtual Boy. Thus, there were a total of 22 games available for the Virtual Boy before the system was discontinued. Many gamers have heard tales of individuals who suffered from headaches and back discomfort as a result of the Virtual Boy. According to Fast Company, the system was by no means pleasant to play. Yet, a combination of fear-mongering and lukewarm media meant that the console never had a chance of being successful. Many news organizations are said to have pounced on the chance to criticize the Virtual Boy once they learned about the health and vision warnings that were included with each device. The warnings were included by Nintendo for legal reasons. Nonetheless, the Japanese media is said to have blown the situation out of proportion, grossly misrepresenting the threats that the system presented to video game players. And the launching of the Virtual Boy at the height of a movement to discourage people from playing video games also didn't help things. So, the Virtual Boy was subjected to a market that was very acidic as a consequence of the toxic mix of negative press and an audience that lacked enthusiasm. Thanks for watching this video. Click the subscribe button and see you in the following video.